Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny. Episode, I don't know, where are we? I don't know. It's late. Doing this late. 5:58. There we go. Episode 5:58. I'm doing this late because I'm gonna call into work tomorrow. So I hope no one's listening from work. Nah, they're not. Nah, I have some vacation time. I'm gonna call in, take like 5 days off, and just not do shit. Nah, I gotta take some packages to UPS and FedEx, so that's something to do for 5 days. Uh, Otherwise, probably just play games and just chill. I was playing Minecraft with my niece earlier. It was fun. Probably play some more Minecraft. Minecraft's fun. Everyone should play Minecraft. I've told the story. I've bought like at least 9 or 11 copies of Minecraft on different platforms. Like I bought it for the PC. I bought it for Xbox, for the Switch, for the phone, for the iPad. I don't know. Maybe just 6. I thought I bought at least 11 copies of it. I feel like I have. Anyways, um, got some news here. We can go into the news. That's my news. I just burp with it. This article's weird. Future lawyer Kim Kardashian sued for alleged fake furniture. This article's just a weird. The way it's like written is basically saying, we're in a culture of like the whole idea of buying from like AliExpress and straight from China and how everything's kind of like fake and stuff. But I feel like it's the fault of the companies right now that have always like outsourced from there and have like kept it a secret. And so they've been able to slap a name on it, charge more. And now that we're able as the consumer to buy direct from them, the drop shipping or whatever, we're getting it for cheaper, and now people are like, well, the name brand's all that matters. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They're just slapping a name brand on there. But apparently Kim Kardashian is slapping her name on some sort of tables and saying it's a designer table designed by a person named Donald Judd, which I guess is an interior design influencer. And people are suing her saying that, oh no, that's fake, that's not designed by that influencer. And it's like, okay, one, who cares, right? It's your fault for falling for the grift, right? Two, this is Kim Kardashian. What part of her is real? Like she's completely fake. Her whole like persona, body, everything is fake. It's not real. It's manufactured. Like what how is that not like expected, But whatever. What do I know? I just thought that was funny. And she's all right looking. I mean, there are times where like she's hot, but I think when she's trying to be hot, she looks ugly. I miss her with Kanye. But I'm sure he's in a better place now. Even though she has kids with him, well, they're beautiful kids. I'm sure they're gonna be talented. Uh, you know, and him, I gotta listen to his new. That's probably what I'll do. I'll listen to like all his albums this coming week while I'm off. I also just got Becky Lynch's new book. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the audio book. I'd pre-ordered it, so I'll probably try to listen to that too. And then I gotta wait to save some money, and I'll get Ronda Rousey's book uh, about her just hating on WWE and getting cussed all the time. Speaking of, I don't know, old people. No. Biden okays 60 million in aid after Baltimore bridge collapse, as governor warns a very long road ahead. How did I know that? This Baltimore bridge collapses, and suddenly, uh, the federal government throws a shit ton of money at the city. And like you look at that boat, like when it was, I showed a video the other day of that boat hitting the bridge, and it looked very on purpose, like like uh, like very advertent, not inadvertently. It looked very advertently. And how do we know that this reminds me of 9/11 when the dude like, oh, these buildings, can't be rebuilt. They need to be updated, and it's going to cost a lot of money. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll take insurance on these buildings in case of in case they get destroyed, and then triple or quadruple or whatever in case it's a terrorist attack. That way, I don't need to fix it. And then voila, oh, let me call in for that day that it happens. I can't make it to work. I'm stuck in traffic. And then 9/11 happens, and suddenly they're richer for trillions of dollars or whatever because they just happen to take, you know, insurance on it. It allegedly, I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but this is kind of convenient that that boat hits the bridge that they're trying to, that obviously needs a lot of construction because it was wobbling and one hit dropped it. And it happened to hit it at a moment where there was the least amount of people on there, right? Because it was closed for construction. So only like 6 people. I mean, yeah, that sucks that they died or whatever. 2 people died. I don't know how many people. 2 to 6 people died, right? But they were all workers because they're working on the bridge. And then now it's like, oh, now throw this city 60 million in aid to fix this bridge when I bet you they didn't even have the money to fix the bridge, you know? But Biden's good at burning bridges, breaking bridges. And he's also good at throwing money at things. I mean, not his own people. This he threw it in there, but there had to be literal catastrophe that fucking, I don't know. This sounds really shady. Like really, really shady that it just happened to be under construction and it gets hit and it looks very purpose and then 60 million gets thrown over there. So yeah, I don't know. This is very fishy in my eyes. Very fishy. Fishy eyes. Fishy eyes. Speaking of wanting money thrown at them, Zelensky breaks Zelensky briefs Speaker Johnson as Congress struggles to find path forward on Ukraine aid. And so here looks like Ukraine, is getting attacked by Russian military after, that terrorist attack that apparently was done by ISIS, but there are literal roads leading to that Ukraine might have done it. And now, they're feeling the wrath of it. And Zelensky's like, Congress, you gotta fucking help us. We need your aid. And of course, Congress doesn't want to do this. I mean, they've been already giving a shit ton of money to fucking Zelensky in Ukraine, a shit ton of money, ridiculous amount of money, like over and over and over and over again of money. And he keeps just spending it on whatever, fucking high heel shoes and butt plugs, right? Uh, that's what the Jews love, butt plugs. That's what I hear. That's what Alex Jones says. But now he wants, aid from the Congress in like a military style. And of course, I don't think we want to help them because I don't think they're with NATO technically. Uh, Jamie looked that up, but they're not with NATO. So if we were to help them, it would be like we want to start a war, and it's like, no, we don't want to start a war. Like, and I know Biden is his butt buddy, and he's gonna be like, all right, I'll see if I can get you some more money, but uh, right now Biden's too busy trying to, campaign and go around the polls and shit and deal with that, and Zelensky's like trying to, call him, I guess, but he's getting ghosted by the old man, by the sugar daddy Biden. Call him Daddy Biden. Next here on on the docket, women's team with 5 transgender players broke opponent's leg and had parents fearing for girls' safety. And I mean, I don't know what. So this is a soccer team. This is football, but that's what the un-Americans call it. Had 5 transgender men on their team. It's crazy that the goalie was female. You would think the male would be the goalie, but uh the Flying Bats, the team, won every match they played during the 4-week cup, including a 10-0 victory in which one of their trans players scored a double hat trick. Since winning, it has emerged that organizers had earlier held a crisis meeting during which the rival teams were warned that forfeiting games against the Bats would result in disciplinary action that could be viewed as an act of discrimination. So they weren't allowed to forfeit against this team of uh, 10 players, five of them being men that were, that identified as women. And it says here that one of the players had broken the leg of a 5'6", 9.5 stone opponent in two places and claims 24 of the injured players' teammates had quit because they did not want to face the LBGTQ plus side. The Flying Bats went on to win $1,000 first prize on Sunday. Some of the parents were so concerned they would not let their daughters play. It's a question of physical safety for female players born female. Yeah, that's cool if transgenders want to transgender, but like you can't be a guy and go into a girls' league. Like they really need to make a whole separate category for these transgender athletes. They really do, because this isn't fair, like at all. It's kind of this is just like that Juana Man movie. Like it's ridiculous how like women are. I mean, sorry, men are just like genetically more stronger, faster than women. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not fair, but it's kind of hilarious too that yeah, I wouldn't want my niece facing a bunch of big old dudes with wigs, or long hair, whatever they're doing. But tying into that, US midfielder Corbin Albert apologizes for sharing insensitive and hurtful social media posts. So Corbin Albert, a midfielder for the US women's national, I guess, soccer team, apologized Thursday night for having liked and shared social media posts that she described as offensive, insensitive, and hurtful. The 20-year-old Albert, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, had reportedly reposted anti-LGBTQ plus content on her TikTok account. And she apologizes, liking and sharing these posts were offensive. So, according to the media, Albert shared a video from a Christian sermon that described being gay and feeling transgender as wrong. That's it. That's all she did. So let's cancel her for it. She had an opinion. She liked someone else's opinion. Oh my god. Oh my god. What can we do? And that goes after the fact that this women's team of five transgender players just beat the shit out of a whole tournament bracket team of women. But what can we do but just go with the flow, right? That's what the queens of the Stone Age say. Or and I don't mean queen like Yas queen. I mean the like my ear hurts. Lastly here, this is a pretty big news story. Suspect charged with murder, home invasion, and deadly Illinois stabbing and beating rampage. This happened earlier today. An Illinois man charged in a deadly stabbing and beating spree told police that he became paranoid after smoking marijuana that may have been laced with another drug, chief prosecutor said Thursday. Christian Soto, 22, has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, 7 counts attempted first-degree murder, and 2 counts of home invasion in a connection with a series of violent attacks. Uh, yeah, he just like smoked some marijuana that tripped him out to where it could have been laced with something, and he just went around and started stabbing people, stabby. That's pretty crazy because it's this story makes it a point to say that it was like one, it was like not really his fault. It was him tripping out on marijuana that could have been laced. Makes a point of that. Two, it doesn't say his race, even though I think he's a white dude. I'm surprised it doesn't say white dude. This is very surprising. And three, it makes sure to say that no one was shot. So like it's very right leaning where it's like "Oh, it's, these marijuana laws, and but it doesn't affect our gun laws because he didn't use a gun, and he used a knife, blah, blah, blah." And then he just attacked random people. Like, it's very it says here, US postal worker teen girl on spring break among victims killed. So, like, he just kinda tripped out and went on a random killing spree, and it's a very strange story. Like, I wonder what more is gonna come from this, but it's weird that the media isn't trying to twist this, like, a certain way, but it's trying to, like, not it's almost trying to not add fuel to the fire of, like, certain things, like, "Oh, yes, it was marijuana, but it was laced, and it wasn't a gun," and they're not saying that it was, like, racially or discriminatorily done. It was just him being fucking psycho because he smoked some laced marijuana. Like, very odd story. I wonder what more is gonna come from this because it's a tragedy. It's just a very odd one because most, like, attacks and tragedies now, you can kind of follow the breadcrumbs to why they might have been done, and this one just seems actually random, like a random act of violence that, um, a dude just went crazy and did it, and that is a tragedy, you know? But, that's not all funny. No, I don't know. That's all funny, guys. I don't know. I wanna thank you for listening to the podcast. That's all funny. It's been a funny little podcast available. Just search That's All Funny. I have a podcast with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe, where we talk about wrestling and other hijinks. You can check that out anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Kayfabe. You can see video versions of this podcast and that one on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Lorenzo Ariola. Got videos there of other stuff and that, or you can see a live show I do with the wonderful Mint Salad called Tits and Areolas, where we talk about a movie, play a little game. It's fun. That's on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern PM. Check that out. If you want to support this podcast, directly, you can check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola. $5 a month gets you everything, bonus episodes, early episodes, ad-free episodes, other bonus stuff. And if you want to buy any merch from the podcast, check out the website www.retrohorrorinc.com. We have merch there like stickers, shirts, and prints, handmade stuff. Or if you want to commission some great art from a great artist, at Retro Horror Inc. on Twitter and Instagram. He does all the art for the show. Check him out. I'm at Lorenzo Ariola on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Everyone else, take care.